see? Call out, what do you see? A young or an old lady? No, it's not. You're wrong. It can't be two people, it's one. Depends on the perspective. So who sees the old lady? Who can't see the old lady? Can you see the young lady?
Yes.
Who can't see the young lady? Wow. The young lady, this is her ear, that's her jaw, and she's facing that way. So she's looking like this, with the little hair thing. Can you see her now? And so in reality, it's not what it is, it's what you perceive it to be. So the question is, are those arms folded by mistake or by intention? Do you have respect or do you disrespect? Eh? So the importance of building trust and credibility is, it's not just trust blindly, it's trust with smart check. You don't put a fox in your chicken coop and say, I trust you. You're going to come in with no chickens and you're going to be starving, eat dog food. So it's trust but with check. If you make a promise, keep a promise. There should be a consequence of not keeping your word and not keeping your accountabilities. But it needs to be a connection. You need to be close. We do a process where you walk blindfolded, and one of the guys, he put his finger on the guy's shoulder, and then he walked away. Let him go walk for 10, 15 meters, and then now the guy's blindfolded. And that was his leadership style. I said, no, my friend, that's not going to work. Not if you want your people to perform. And so on your CDs, I've given you this 3.5 hours of lecture. It's the whole new understanding of tribes, of how workplace tribes control and influence an organization. And so there are 5 incremental stages from the bottom, stage 1, where it's like a gang, life sucks. The whole of life sucks, and those people get together. It's knives and guns and bullets kind of thing. And hopefully you don't have that level in your organization, eh? But most of the companies have a stage 2 where people kind of like, their mindset is negative, their attitude is like, my life sucks. And those people are together, and they've got a kind of language, you know, the words that they use. And then the next one is, do you know how great, do you know who I am, eh? Which is not great, but it's better than my life sucks. And so you start to bring people together, bring positive people together, put positive groups together. There are some people that bring positivity wherever they are, start to create teams with them. And when you can jump the fence to we are great, now you can do amazing things. Now you start to get to the point where you love what you do. And then the final thing is, life is great and we are united as a country, never mind just as a team or a department. We're all united against some big threat to our future destiny. And so you've got the lectures that you can start to use it in your workplace, that you can share it. I'm asking you to coach your people on how to use it. That we change the culture, we change the impact that you have, change the enjoyment level that you have. Why is that important? Because in every organization you have a social network that is different to the organizational network, where people have influence and impact. They may not be the manager, but they've got recognition, influence, and impact. And that goes out 2 or 3 or 4 levels. There's a guy called Tony Shea from a company called Zappos. They're a call center. Call centers are high pressure, hot kitchens. And he says the number 1 mistake he made when he built his first company is he left the culture to be ordinary. And they didn't build a high performance culture. And now when they employ somebody, number 1 is, do you fit our culture? Not have you got the brains, not have you got the skill set. Do you have the mindset and the heart set? Do you have the culture? If you fit our culture, then we check your skill set, and then we'll maybe say, okay, they protect their culture with their life, because your culture will make you either live or make you die. Build it, grow it, be the leader that builds it. And so here's the challenge that we have in our world, where you are in your organization, as public service, is people come into the job with the wrong mindset. You're a financial slut, you're here just for the money, 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 and it's never enough, eh? It's never. You know how much is enough? Never. Like you can't be too skinny and you can't be too wealthy. But we then have low psychological capital, we have low hope, low resilience, low self-efficacy, low self-belief. I've come to understand the most profound foundation of success in the world is mindset. If you have the wrong mindset, you can have all the workshops, all the training, all the everything, all the tools, you're not going to be successful. How much meaning do you have? People will work for a living, but they'll die for a cause. What is your cause? What is the cause that unites you, that you guys are working together to create? What's your number one values pertaining to respect and punctuality and integrity? Are you aligned with your values? Are you upskilling yourself from your leadership and management? And I've coined the word greeder. You know, greeders, they're just there for the money. Don't care about anything else, no integrity, just give me the money. The fact that they're happy to break their integrity and destroy the name of the organization, those are what I call greeders. Because the rewards at the end of the day, yes, money is a motivator to a point, it's a hygiene factor, but there comes a line where more money doesn't change at all. It doesn't change your happiness. I used to sell Ferraris to these guys when I was 21. I used to walk in, a Ferrari in those days was 76,000 Rand. Brand new Ferrari. 30 years ago, brand new Ferrari, 35 years ago, brand new Ferrari was 76,000 Rand. And they used to put the money down and take the car. I bought, because I was driving the cars, I had a goal to buy a convertible Mercedes. And I saved and I worked and I bought it and I drove around like, check, do you know who I am, eh? And I drove around and within 6 weeks, it was another car. That I had to pay insurance, and more servicing. It was just another car. My happiness level came back down. More money doesn't change. If you're underwater and you've got no oxygen, oxygen counts. But if you're above and you've got enough, more money doesn't make a difference. Meaning, service, benefit to the world. And so here's my challenge for you is, from today's conversation and from this week, the 2 days that you've been here, what is one thing that you can do differently that's going to transform your mindset? That will transform the impact that you have in yourself, your family, your team, your company. Write them down. What is the one thing that you can take and apply vigorously? Just one thing, like not folding arms, staying awake. What is the one tool, one bit of wisdom you can apply that will transform your destiny? Because imagine here, if I've got a light and I'm shining my light 10 kilometers away, and we mark on the wall there, if I move just 1 degree here, how much is it going to move away in 10 kilometers? It's quite a bit, eh? It's the same with your life. If you just move 1 degree today, and 1 degree tomorrow, and 1 degree, 1 degree, 1 degree, 1 degree, your destiny can be a hell of a lot bigger, better, brighter than where it's going right now. Because we are creatures of habit. Habit drives you. You got out of bed the same way. You brush your teeth with the same hand. You watch TV, the same programs. You eat the same way. You tie your shoes the same way. We are creatures. We are 90% habit driven. Until somebody comes along and slaps you and wakes you up and says, "Hola, time. Something new." These hooligans wanted to take over from a wise man in the village. He used to live in the mountains. He didn't have a lot of money. He was very, very frugal in his lifestyle. But he had the power because he was wise. And these thugs that were now running the town said, "We have to show the town people," they said, "we're going to get that he is no longer any good. We're going to go out there. We're going to get all the town people to come and watch him be humiliated. And we're going to hold the bird behind our hand and we're going to ask him, 'Mr. Wise man that you think you're so clever, is this bird dead or alive?' And if he says it's dead, I'll bring it out, because it's a live bird. And I can say, 'See, you're wrong, you're not that wise.' And if he says it's alive, I can squeeze it in my hand and I can say, 'See, you're stupid, it's dead.' So either way, they were going to win. And so they got all the townspeople and they said, 'Mr. Wise man, you think you're so clever, we're going to show today that you are not the one to be the leader. Is this bird dead or alive?' He said, my son, the destiny of that bird lies in your hands. And so the future lies in your hands, people. Please give you a round of applause if you'll make the decision to be a better leader.